You know, politicians will go as far as eating shit just to win an election. After they get in power, they'll throw the shit right back at you. Do they really care about us? Or only themselves? Listen. In the future there'll be a great deal of uncertainty. Students won't be able to afford university. The students of today are the future of tomorrow. Stand up and take action instead of sitting in sorrow. The conservatives have a plan to increase the gap between the different classes. Listen, they're just preaching crap. They wanna widen the depth between the rich and the poor. If students don't make a stand, then they will be ignored. Listen, B, make your voice heard loudly if you disagree with government plans to increase the tuition fees. Average household income is less than 30k, but the conservatives destroying education in a dirty way. Parents dream of seeing their child at graduation, but with rising fees it's beyond their wildest imagination. The coalition government destroyed many student aspirations like a virus infecting the masses without a vaccination. Situation escalates and I can see the fire burning. Students will suffer the brutal consequences gained from higher learning. Shouldn't be a measure of academic ability, and education should be an affordable facility. It's an atrocity. The Lib Dems went back on their policy. Nick Clegg is the ultimate definition of hypocrisy. He promised if he got in power that he would scrap the fees, but I could see it coming cause Nick Clegg was just chatting breeze. Money doesn't grow on massive trees, but Clegg is packing peas. He doesn't care if students are denied the chance to have a dream. Tragedy if you're from a working class family. Your uni dreams will burn in flames like a match to gasoline. Picture the scene graphically cause it'll worsen gradually. Cameron and Clegg living in a world that's imaginary. They're living in a fantasy, thinking these cuts tactically. They need to wake up to a little something called reality. We must stand up and make our voices heard, cause if we don't then they'll just make our choices worse. Stand up and speak up, don't be afraid, cause if you stay quiet then you know that nothing will change. Stand up, speak up, stand up, speak up. We must unite together and fight against these cuts. Stand up, speak up, stand up, speak up. We must unite together and fight against these cuts. After the mill bank was smashed, they condemned the students. Cameron and Clegg seem to forget it was them who produced this. They don't understand the reason why the students are fuming against the rise in the fees, cause the students feel used and deceived and betrayed. Even Clegg can't try to deny it, cause the voices of the students will never be silenced. I don't encourage the violence, but if it wasn't for violence, you think the media would bat an eyelid to this riot? During pre-election, Lib Dems made a lot of promises, but after they got in power, they could never follow. Try to be an optimist, give me a reason to be positive. We all know the bullshit that happens in these politics, manipulating students just to win their votes. Now that he's in power, can't seem to bring them hope. He tried to justify his words as if it's meant to be fair, but it's plain obvious to see what's essentially there. He doesn't understand the severity of the debt tripled, cause for many students in the future they'll be left crippled. Students are incensed, but honestly, what did you expect? A lifetime mortgage bill destroys a lot of students with debt. Clegg and Cameron don't care, cause they're not the ones affected. They must see the students as reckless, dumb and pathetic. But it's just a fact, we're expressing our feelings and anger, cause they're cutting education whilst funding the bankers. Part of this rage is also expressed deeply from college kids. EMA is vital, Clegg can't seem to acknowledge this. 30 quid a week pays for a student's food and travel, but now college kids too are involved in this stupid battle. So smashing the Tory headquarters was deemed as illegal, but is it alright to smash the futures of millions of people? Their policies are just evil and plain cruel and deceitful on the working class. How dare they try to claim this as equal? It's lethal and damaging to many children and parents. I'm just writing this verse to raise people's awareness about Clegg's broken promises and his endless crap, which was false advertising made on behalf of the Liberal Democrats. They don't care about the true thoughts of the British public, cutting education, increasing fees, and they give us nothing. It's disgusting, they're denying the people a rite of passage. This saga is highly toxic and burns like nitric acid. We must stand up and make our voices heard, cause if we don't then they'll just make our choices worse.